Hello and welcome to Bob Brock Stadium on the campus of North Marion in Aurora, Oregon for Wild Wild West League Baseball. Tonight, it's the 2-4 Portland Gherkins taking on the 5-1 Westland Knights for midweek summer baseball. The Knights are coming off a 17-4 win over the Gresham Grey Wolves in an offensive explosion as the Knights put up the most runs of the summer in a short 8 innings ball game. The Knights have the Pickles on their heels with Portland's win over the Grey Wolves last night and need a win tonight to stay atop the WWWL. On the other side, the Portland Gherkins have started to find their stride in the summer of 2020, winning 2 of their last 3 games. 2 wins for the Gherkins have been offensive displays, putting up a combined 27 runs. The Gherkins are going to get back to their winning ways tonight, taking on the Knights. The Knights need a win to stay atop of the WWL, and the Gherkins have an opportunity to shock the league. It's the Westland Knights taking on the Portland Gherkins for midweek baseball in the Wild Wild West League. First pitch is next. Oh, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Bob Brock Stadium with no wind here at this Wednesday afternoon game. We'll get you the lineups for the Westland Knights. Jake Holcroft, Jake Dukart, and Bradley Knight leading things off. Chad Stevens rounds out the top 4. Jacob Anderson, Andy Armstrong in 5 and 6, and 79 is Lightgib, Klemp, and Thomas Dukart. In the field for the Portland Gherkins, it will be Kianis putting down the signs, Herzog at short, or in third, Alarcon at short, Torres at second, Mushka back at first base, Alvarado in left, Cedillo in center, and Thebe in right. Starting pitcher will be George Eisenhart. Gherkins home team, Knights the visitors. Should be a good one. Second time these two teams are facing off. Here's some midweek action in the WWWL. A nice, bright summer day here in Aurora, Oregon. George Eisenhart with the all-dyed hair, ready to get going and facing one of the best and most talented teams in all of the Northwest in this Westland Knights squad. We'll start things off with Jake Holcroft, who has been absolutely terrific. We'll get you the lowdown on George Eisenhart. He's had 1 outing, went 4 innings, started against the Gresham Grey Wolves on Friday. He gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, and 2 walks with a 4.5 ERA. On his way to Xavier in 2 years, he's got 1 more year at Lake Ridge High School in 2021. Right-handed delivery. And he calls Portland, Oregon home. Should be a good one. These two teams have played a lot of games from the last time they saw each other. It's been over 2 weeks. And it will be interesting to see how things switch up here in today's ball game. So Eisenhart, a couple more warm-up pitches. Kianis behind the plate, his second straight game back there. Gherkins and the Knights setting us up for this Wednesday ball game. The Gherkins in the blue jerseys, they're blue tops with the script Gherkins across the chest in the darker blue. Blue caps with the Gherkins logo on the top. Wearing the white pants. On the other side, the Westland Knights rocking the pinstripes today. Pinstripe logo, Knights and script across the chest in red, outlined in black. And the numbers on the back are red, outlined in black. Little 3D look to them. So up comes the left-hander, Jake Holcroft, hitting .409 through 5 games in the WWWL. Holcroft with 11 RBIs. That leads the league. And he's got 3 doubles and 3 walks, Opening offering 2. And Holcroft looks at a strike downstairs. Well, if you're Eisenhart, you want to jump on this Knights team early. They've had a couple days off. Both these teams have had. 0-1 on its way. Strike misses downstairs. And they count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Knights and the Gherkins playing their last game on Sunday. And the 1-1. Holcroft pulls back the bunt, takes the ball, counted 2 balls and 1 strike. So ready on lefty, no score, top 1, just getting going at Bob Brock. Knights and the Gherkins part 2. Here to Aurora, Oregon. 2-1 on his way. Holcroft takes the bunt back again, takes the ball low and away. And the count at 3 balls and 1 strike. Carlo Jimenez with you here. Wow, West League, 3-1 on its way. And Holcroft takes ball 4. So a lead 4 pitch walk to Holcroft after the first pitch strike. And Ducard comes to the plate with one on and nobody gone. Another lefty for the Knights. Ducard out of Oregon State. He's had a good start to the WWL, hitting .333. He's got 8 RBIs, 7 runs. Knights have been really proficient on the offensive end. Opening out for 2 and a strike, low and away. Counted 0-1. Kiana's throw almost gets away from Eisenhart. We've seen Kane had problems with that in the last game. Didn't cause any damage, but they weren't clean back to the pitcher. Holcroft leading at first. He has been caught stealing once. There he goes. The pitch is slapped towards short and through the gap for a base hit. On his way to third is Holcroft. He jogs in there. It's a single for Ducard. And there's runners at the corners with nobody out for Bradley Knight. That would have probably been a double play, but because Holcroft was running, Alarcon went to cover second. And instead, there was a huge hole at short. So Bradley Knight, the lefty batter, taps the plate twice, looks towards Eisenhart, who's got trouble with runners at the corners and nobody out. Opening offering home. Gets away from Kianis. On his way home is Holcroft. He head first slides, and he's in there safely. So a pass ball brings home Jake Holcroft. And the Knights are on the board early here at Bob Brock. So Bradley Knight with a runner at second as Ducard was running as well. Here in the top of the first, Knights already on the board. Eisenhart deals. Ball low and in and away from Kianis. It goes again on his way to third. Is Ducard. Another pass ball. 2 pass balls already to Kianis early. Might be getting crossed up by the pitch count and the signs between these two. Again, a lot of these guys first time playing with one another. We've seen a walk, a hit, and 2 pass balls, and it runs in, and there's a runner at third with nobody out. Top 1 here at Bob Brock. Bradley Knight taps the plate, his open stance, holds the bat on the left shoulder, the pitch. And he swings and slaps one into left center field. Alvarado rocking the shades, gets under it, reaches up, and makes the catch. On his way home is Ducard, who slides in with ease. And there's 2 runs on the board for Westland here in the first. So Bradley Knight picks up the RBI, a sacrifice fly. And in comes the cleanup righty, Chad Stevens, with the bases empty and 1 gone. Stevens, the second baseman today. He's also hitting .333. He's got himself 4 RBIs. He's been walked 3 times, an on-base percentage of .429. Top 1 here at Bob Brock. 2-0 Knights already. Opening offering. Check swing, and he went. And Stevens in the hole, 0-1. So a rough start for George Eisenhart, but the bases are empty with 1 out. Trying to keep the damage at 2 to this high-octane Knight offense. 0-1 on his way. And a ball misses low and outside. The count at 1 ball and 1 strike to Chad Stevens. The Knights put up 17 runs in their last game. Here's the 1-1. And a strike catches the corner low and away. Count at 1 ball and 2 strikes to Stevens. Holcroft got aboard with a walk. He went to third on a Jake Ducard single, came home on a pass ball. Here's the 1-2. And swinging a shot towards short. Alarcon scoops it up on 2 hops, goes to first, throw is wide, and the tag is not applied. And E6 has Stevens aboard. And there's a 1 on with 1 out as up comes Jacob Anderson. So a lot of action here in this top of the first. James Anderson out of Skagit Valley. Opening offering, runner goes, check swing, ball on the inside, no throw, and a free stolen base for Chad Stevens. Anderson had a home run in his last game. Knocked in 2 RBIs. Runner at second, 1 gone. 2 runs here in the top of the first. The runner goes again. Ball inside. Keonis' throw is way late. And another stolen base for Stevens. So make it 15 stolen bases on the year for this Knights team in just 6 games. They've only been caught stealing 3 times. Eisenhardt's 2-0. And a strike. Low and in, counted 2 balls and 1 strike. Runner at third, 1 out. Sacrifice fly in play for Anderson. 2-0 Knights on top of the Gherkins. The 2-1. Swinging a slow roller down the left field line. This ball stays fair. Barehanded by Herzog to first in time. On his way home comes Stevens, excuse me. And a great play by Herzog. Picks up an out on a tapped ball down the left field line. So in comes Andy Armstrong, the righty batter, with the bases empty and 2 gone. Anderson picks up the RBI on the 5-3 ground out. Bases empty, 2 outs, 3-0 Knights, top 1, opening offering. And a ball misses low and outside to Armstrong. Armstrong, the shortstop, hitting 174. Got some nice plays in the field, but trying to get the bat going, the 1-0. And he takes the ball low and outside. The count 2 balls and no strikes. Eisenhardt with the bleached hair, stands in, exhales, holds the glove at his waist, the 2-0. Swinging a 1-hopper right at short. Alarcon digs it out on the short hop. His throw to first in time. Pretty play by Humberto Alarcon, and that does it for the first. 1 hit, 3 runs come in. To the bottom of the inning we go. It's 3-0 Westland over Portland. So Ruben Cedillo, the right-handed batter, stands in to get things going here in the bottom of the first. 3-0 Knights. They jump ahead on the Gherkins early. And now this Portland team trying to get something on the board here in the first. Cedillo hitting .429 in his 3 games. He's 3 for 7. And he looks at a ball up and away. Counted 1-0. The Gherkin dugout, chirping a little bit. Decker Stedman on the mound for Westland, the left-handed pitcher. He's got a 1.8 ERA in 2 appearances, 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 run given up. 1-0. And Cedillo takes the ball upstairs. This Gherkin dugout's the loudest dugout we've seen all summer. Now, we talked about it earlier. These guys are going to get a little tighter coming to the ballpark every day. Nobody knew who anybody was the first couple of weeks. 2-0 on its way. And Cedillo looks at a ball up and outside, and it's 3-0 to him. Cedillo had a home run in his first at-bat for the Gherkins. Now in the leadoff spot, facing Decker Stedman. Pitcher from Oregon, a 3-0 count to the leadoff righty. His pitch. Strike at the knees, and the count at 3-1. Cedillo has yet to play Westland. He's played the Grey Wolves twice, and the Pickles. 3-1 on its way. And he looks ball 4 up and in. So a leadoff walk to Ruben Cedillo. And up comes the lefty, Justin Herzog. Herzog hitting .250. He's 5 for 20. He's got a double, a home run, a triple, and 3 RBIs. 1 on, nobody gone. Cedillo on the base pass. Lefty Stedman looks at him, deals home. And the first pitch is high, and then it's another ball, 1-0 from Stedman to Herzog. In a league that hasn't seen a lot of chirping, you wonder if the talk downstairs from the Gherkins is getting to Decker Stedman a little bit. Struggling to throw a strike. 1 on, nobody gone. The 1-0. Check swing, and he went. And the count at 1-1 strike. Herzog in his game against the Knights was 0 for 2. Did a reach on a fielder's choice, took a walk. Took him 4 games to get his first hit as he takes the ball up and outside, but he has blossomed here as a Gherkins hitter in the last couple of ball games. 2 balls and 1 strike, 3-0 Knights here in the bottom of the first at Bob Brock, a day that is dry heat with no wind. Leadoff walk to Cedillo. Stedman sets, looks at first, the 2-1. Way upstairs, step back, throw to first, close, but not in time. Lightkev shows off the arm, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike to Herzog. So another 3-1 count to a Gherkin hitter. See if Herzog takes. Cedillo in the leadoff walk, he's at first. 3-0 Knights, bottom 1 here at Bob Brock. Stedman exhales and deals. And Herzog takes a strike at the knees, count at 3-2. Herzog out of Century High School, played multiple positions throughout his career, seeing time at third, shortstop, and pitcher. During his senior season, his team was league champs, ranked 2nd in the state, and he earned second-team All-League accolades. 1 on, nobody gone. The payoff pitch, and Herzog fouls one back to the screen. And the count remains at 3-2. Well, the Knights' weakness, if there is one, is their bullpen pitching. Late game pitching, when you get deep into their bullpen, is not the strongest. And so an opportunity here for the Gherkins. They've already worked Stedman's count high in their first 2 batters. Try to get him up around 20-1. 3-2. And Herzog takes strike 3 on the outside, a late call. And the first out of the bottom of the first. As up comes the right-handed batter, Patrick Mushko. Thanks, Patrick, for joining us in the pregame show. Mushko, we learned, played with Christian Cooney at Central Catholic. 1 on, 1 out. Bottom 1, 3-0 Knights. Gherkins got a leadoff walk. Can they take advantage and get on the board against the top dogs in the Wild Wild West League? Stedman looks at first. looks home and deals. And Mushka takes a strike, low and in, counted 0-1. Mushka on his way to Santa Barbara City College, and still on a base. It's got speed. And first today, Stedman's 0-1. And Mushka swings and slaps one into left field for a base hit. So the tying run will come to the plate, and Colby Grace, the cleanup man, with 2 aboard and 1 gone. Patrick Mushka picks up a knock after being 1 for his last 9. As up comes Colby Grace. Grace hitting .308. He's got a home run. That was against Gresham on Saturday. It was 0 for 3 last time the Gherks played the Knights, way back on July 12th. 2 aboard, 1 gone, bottom 1. Opportunity for the Gherks, opening offering. And the righty takes a strike at the knees. And for the first time, Stedman is ahead of the batter. They counted 0-1. Cedillo at second, Mushka at first. Bottom 1. Be big for the Gherkins just to get 1 run on the board. Trying to respond after giving up 3. Stedman towards second, the 0-1. Low and inside. And the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Colby Grace in the summer of 2019 played for the Hayesville Hammers out of the Golden State League. He's a graduate of Putnam High School. Threw 60 strikeouts as a pitcher during his senior year. Took a red shirt at Schmeketa in the spring of 2020. 2 on, 1 gone. 1-1. And he swings and slaps one foul back to the screen. And he counted a ball and 2 strikes to Grace. Grace calls Portland, Oregon home. Looking to bring the base runners around. Trying to get the Gherkins on the board. Stedman leans forward, looks in, shadows falling across his body from right to left. Sets at the bell. And the 1-2. And Grace swings and pops one foul down the right field line into the stands. So the Gherkins getting to Patrick Stedman, working that pitch count. Bottom 1 here at Bob Brock. 3-0 Knights. Gherkins with 2 aboard and 1 gone. Trying to respond in the opening frame. Stedman's 1-2. Strike 3. Low and outside. A swing and a miss from Colby Grace. And there's 2 gone on strikeouts as up comes the lefty, Sean Alvarado. Alvarado hitting .125. His 1 hit coming against the Grey Wolves. He's 1 for 8. 2 RBIs for him, though. And he's taken 3 walks. Was 0 for 2 last time against the Knights. 2 on, 2 gone, bottom 1. Stedman's deal. Inside. And they count it 1-0 to Alvarado. Alvarado taps the plate twice. Looks towards Stedman. Swings the bat belt high. That long black hair coming out of the back of his helmet. 1-0. Time is called, and the pitch isn't going to count. Bottom 1 here at Bob Brock. Knights put up 3 in the top of the first. 2 aboard and 2 out. Opportunity for the Gherkins in the bottom of the inning. Stedman trying to get out of the jam after giving up the walk to Cedillo and the single to Mushka. The 1-0. And Alvarado swings and slaps one foul back behind the screen down the left field line. And the count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Three nothing. Knights lead. Bottom 1. Grace at second. Mushka at first. And the 1-1 from Stedman. Alvarado swings, rolls one down the right field line. Anderson scoops it up. Underhand flip. Stedman steps on first. And that does it. After 1, it's 3-0 Knights. 2 left aboard for the Gherkins. So the second we go here at Bob Brock.
What we've developed is a concept that is based upon a friendship partnership, but there's much more to it than that.
It was an adventure. What happened today, it was like making an adventure. Let's go. What will happen?
The Venados came to us and said, we've got real talent down here and we want you to see them. And whatever happens, happens. But what it started to become was something a lot more special than that.
Sport is a bridge, and I think this is the beginning of a journey that is going to develop into something very, very special.
They all have that same dream of playing baseball at the next level. Everybody came together in this old ballpark for baseball and couldn't have had more fun.
I can only imagine that it's going to be electric, for us to experience, and then hopefully we can kind of bring some of that love back to them, and hopefully it's a good game and it's exciting.
We came down here with a goal to expand baseball and expand culture, and it's a universal language.
So welcome back as we get a look at our head first dive from Sean Alvarado. Looked like he might have tripped over himself and fell in forward, but nice instant replay look here on the Wild Wild West League, trying to bring you every angle of every play. As up comes the ready Jake Lenkeb in the 7th hole to face George Eisenhart, opening offering. And a swing and a tapper up the middle that gets through to center field. So Jake Lenkeb, first pitch he sees, knocks it into center, picks up a single, and up comes Nicholas Klemp. So Nick Klemp steps into the batter's box. Leadoff man is awarded for the 2nd straight inning for this team from Westland. Nick Klemp hitting .231, 3 for 13 this year with a pair of singles and a double. 1 on, nobody gone. Tap 2, 3-0 Knights. Eisenhart's opening offering. And Klemp swings and misses. Nick Klemp, another University of Portland kid that makes Holcroft Bradley 9. Klemp, all out of Portland University. 0-1, misses low and in. Klemp went to Everett Community College before going to the University of Portland. Out of Cascade High School, spent last summer with the Corvallis Knights. Played in 13 games, got 31 at-bats. Hit 194. 1 on, nobody gone, 1-1. Strike, low and inside, and the count at 1-2. Thanks for joining us on the WWWL. 1 on, nobody out, 1-2. Swinging a tapper back to the screen. The count remains at 1-2 strikes. Now Kianis goes out and talks to Eisenhart. So the knock by Lenkeb, only the 2nd of the ball game for the Knights, even though they have 3 runs in. Got a lot of help on some pass balls in that first inning. Knights 3, Gherkins none. Lenkeb leads at first. Klemp swings at the 1-2, taps it towards short. Torres scoops it up. His only play is to first, and a 4-3 as the runner advances to second. As up comes Thomas Dukar. Dukar with an opportunity to bring a run home. Left-handed batter with Lenkeb at second. Lenkeb's got speed. He's got 2 stolen bases on the year. Has not been caught stealing. Dukar hitting .286. 3 RBIs. And he looks at a ball up and away. The count at 1 ball and no strikes. One on, 1 gone. Top 2 at Bombrock. No win. Shadows are falling across the field. Lenkeb at second, the 1-0. Misses up and in. Ball gets away, and on his way to third is Lenkeb. So another pass ball moves another right Knights runner up. And up comes Thomas Dukar. Ducart swings and taps one up the middle. To his right is Alarcon across his body to first, and in time to get Ducart. Coming home is Lightcab. And up comes Jake Holcroft with 2 out, and the base is empty. And we want to wish a happy birthday to Gage Holman, the cousin of Jake Holcroft, who's watching this game live. Jake with a walk and a run says happy birthday as Holcroft looks at a ball low and away. Hope you're having a good one, Gage. I know you're hoping Holcroft gets the board. I know the Knights are. 2 out, base is empty, 1-0. And Holcroft has a 2-0 count. Jake hitting .409, taking his 4th walk of the year in his last at bat. 2-0 to him. And he waves in the count of 2 balls and 1 strike. Holcroft is a redshirt freshman at Portland and 62 at-bats, hit .484. 2-1 to him. And he swings and belts one into right center field. On his way back is Cedillo at the track. Looking up, it's gone! Jake Holcroft with a solo shot. Happy birthday, Gage Holman. That's got to feel good for Jake. A solo shot to right center. And just like that, the Knights with a 5-0 lead. That's a pretty good present from Jake. Get Gage a home run. Not bad. So up comes the other Jake, Jake Ducart, the lefty batter. After the home run to right center over the 377 mark. 5 runs for the Knights here in the top of the second. Opening offering. Ball skips in. Low and outside. The count of 1-0 to Ducart. On its way. And Ducart looks at one up and outside. The count of 2-0. Ducart singled and scored back in the first. Knights 5, Gherkins now. The Knights jumping ahead here in the first couple of innings. 2-0. And Holcroft swing, taps one back to the pitcher. Eisenhart scoops it up, runs over to first, and tosses it to Mushka for the out. 2 hits, 2 runs. Jake Holcroft with a solo shot for his cousin, Gage Holman, on his birthday. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's 5-0. Westland.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
So in stands the right-hander, Humberto Alarcon. Bottom 2 here at Bob Brock, 5-0. The Knights lead. Alarcon puts down a bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike. Then the count at 0-1. So welcome back, Bob Brock Stadium. The Knights get 5 in the top of the second. The pitch. Now the Cone looks at one up and in. The count at 1-1 strike. Stedman deals. Cone swings and sends one in the air into center. Bradley Knight works back, comes forward with the sunglasses on, reaches up, and makes the catch. And there's one gone. So Cone is gone, and up comes the righty Nolan Thebe with the bases empty and one out. Thebe still looking for his first WWWL knock in 8 at-bats. He's walked twice, struck out 7 times, opening offering. Then he takes the ball upstairs to count it 1-0. Gherkins nada, Knights 5, 1-0. Ball misses up and away, and Stedman behind, 2 balls and no strikes. One knock on Stedman here early is he's had to work from behind a lot, and that has skyrocketed his pitch count. 2-0, swinging a foul. Back to the screen, and the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. Five nothing Westland. Bottom 2, the 2-1. And there's a strike low and away. Count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. DB calls for time. Taps the bat once, swings the bat in front of him. And the 2-2. And he swings and chops one up the middle. To his left on the backhand is Anderson. Long throw is way late. And it's a single for Nolan Thebe, his first knock of the summer. Next pitch for Decker Stedman will be at number 30. As up comes Kane Kianis, the switch hitting righty. 1 on, 1 gone. Bottom 2 at Bob Brock, 5-0 Knights. Stedman looks towards first and deals home. The ball up and away. No wind here at Bob Brock, something we have not seen so far this summer. The 1-0 on its way. Strike. Owen outside, and the count at 1-1 strike. Giannis hitting 1 for 11 so far. He's got 2 RBIs, 3 runs, 5 walks. He swings and taps one back to the screen. So his average is .091, but his on-base percentage is .353. One, 2. The count to Kianis. Leading at first is Thebe. And the 1-2 home. Misses up and outside. Snap back throw. Not in time from Lightcap. Trying to keep the runner close. So Kianis steps back in. Thebe takes his lead. Stedman sets, looks to first. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 for Decker Stedman. And up comes the lefty Ryan Torres with 1 on and 2 gone. So Ryan Torres steps into the batter's box. Torres has done some pitching against the Knights, where he went an inning into thirds, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. But also is 0 for 3 in the batter's box with a pair of walks and 2 strikeouts as he swings at the first pitch and fouls it back to the screen. And the count at 0-1. He'll be at first after his single. Ryan Torres in the batter's box, trying to start a 2-out rally for this Gherkins team, trying to slice in that 5-0 Knights lead. The 0-1. Strike at the knees, and the count at 0-2 to Torres. Swing and a miss on the 0-2, and that does it for the bottom of the second. One hit, one left aboard. To the third we go here at Bob Brock. 5-0 Westland.
What we've developed is a concept that is based upon a friendship partnership, but there's much more to it than that.
It was an adventure. What happened today, it was like making an adventure. Let's go. What will happen?
The Venados came to us and said, we've got real talent down here and we want you to see them. And whatever happens, happens. But what it started to become was something a lot more special than that.
Sport is a bridge, and I think this is the beginning of a journey that is going to develop into something very, very special.
They all have that same dream of playing baseball at the next level. Everybody came together in this old ballpark for baseball and couldn't have had more fun.
I can only imagine that it's going to be electric, for us to experience, and then hopefully we can kind of bring some of that love back to them, and hopefully it's a good game and it's exciting.
We came down here with a goal to expand baseball and expand culture, and it's the universal language.
Welcome back. Top three here at Bob Brock. Briley Knight steps into the batter's box to face George Eisenhart, opening offering to the lefty. And he takes a strike, low and in. Briley hit a sacrifice fly to left field his last time up. Top three at Bob Brock, 5-0. The advantage to Westland over the Gherkins. And the 0-1 on its way. And Knight swings and pops one up, left field. Alvarado looks up towards the line, fighting the sun now to his right, and makes the grab, and Briley Knight is retired. Hey, Briley didn't have the best BP pregame, and you wonder sometimes if that affects a guy. He does already have the RBI, so he's got a productive play, but Briley Knight has high standards. We know that, and he's played really, really well. And Chad Stevens, the righty, looks at a first pitch strike. Counted 0-1 to him. Stevens reached on an E6 his last time up, stole second, stole third, and came home to score. Second baseman, 0-1. McGowan up and inside. The kid. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's 5. Gherkins none. Eisenhart's 1-1. And Stevens takes a strike, low and away, and the count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. Eisenhart trying to work quickly. Got Briley Knight to pop out. He's facing 3-4-5. A 1-2. Stevens swings and misses. And 2 up, 2 down for George Eisenhart. So Eisenhart has retired 3 in a row. That's the most in a row he has retired so far early in this ball game. And up comes James Anderson, the right-handed batter. Anderson steps into the batter's box, wags the bat, and holds it on the right shoulder. First pitch. He swings and taps it back into the screen, and they count it 0-1. Knights picked up 3 in the first and 2 in the second. We're in the top of the third. They have a 5-0 lead. Eisenhart. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 for the first time tonight is 0-1. And the ball's in the dirt. They count it 1 ball and 1 strike to Anderson. James Anderson rounded out to third his last time up, but did pick up the RBI, 1-1. And he swings and hits a hot shot up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Anderson The hard hit ground ball got past the diving Torres. And a 2-out single is 1 on. So in steps Andy Armstrong, the right-handed batter with 1 aboard and 2 gone. So Eisenhardt unable to get the 1-2-3 inning. See Armstrong, whenever there's somebody on, taps his helmet a couple times. There's a ball in the dirt. Not sure if that's just routine or maybe he's sending a sign. Definitely a Knights team that you wouldn't be surprised if that was something that they did. 1-0 on its way and throw over. And diving back is Anderson. So if you watch, Armstrong gets the signs from Brook Knight. He then steps into the batter's box, taps his helmet, and Anderson gets the signs from him. I haven't seen that before. 1-0 on the way from Eisenhardt. And a strike catches the outside corner, low and outside. Count of 1-1. 5 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Westland Knights. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Portland Gherkins. Shadows starting to cover the old infield here at Bob Brock. 1-1, swing and a miss. And the count of 1-2. Eisenhardt a strike away from getting out of the inning with no damage done. I keep it a 5-run ball game. Sets to the waist, exhales, and deals. Ball in the dirt, gets away from Kianis. On his way to second is Anderson after the wild pitch. And into second base goes James Anderson, now in scoring position with 2 gone and a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 Armstrong. Runner at second, 2 gone, top 3. You're at Bob Brock. The 2-2. Up and away, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes, which means Anderson will get a little bit of a head start with 2 outs. Eisenhardt leans over, sets to the waist, and is 3-2. Swinging a slow roller toward short, scooped up by Alarcon, and he fumbles it. Everybody is safe in E6. Andy Armstrong over to first, Anderson to third, and up comes Jake Lenkgeb, who singled his last time up with the runners at the corners and 2 out. So after retiring the first 2 batters, Eisenhardt now, after the air by Alarcon, the inning continues. Often you'll see guys kind of smile at one another when they step into the batter's box. A lot of these guys played was Little League or high school baseball against or with one another. There's a swing and a miss from Lenkgeb, and the count of 0-1. The game, there's a lot of familiarity. A lot of guys saying hello to one another and post-game. Runners at the corners. And the 0-1. Runner takes off. Here's a swing and a sharp ground ball. Back towards second. Diving to his left is Torres from his feet. In time to first. Ryan Torres was on his way to second to cover the stolen base. Instead, he dove back to his left, got to his feet, and got it to first in time. That will do it for the top of the third. Knights don't score any runs, but they are up 5-0 to the bottom of the third we go. So the opening offering to Ruben Cedillo is downstairs for a ball and inside. Bottom 3 at Bob Brack, 5-0 Knights. Edgar Stedman on the mound for Westland, his 1-0. Misses low and in again. The count of 2 balls and no strikes. Cedillo walked and reached second his last time up, 2-0. And he takes a strike low and inside. The count of 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1, swing and a miss. Count levels out at 2-2 to Cedillo. Knights put up 3 in the first, 2 in the second. They did not score in the third thanks to a nice play from Torres. Time is called. The count of 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stedman working quickly. There is action in the bullpen of Westland. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul down the left field line. The count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gherkins nada, Knights 5. Bottom 3 here at Bob Brack. Stedman shakes off one side, agrees with another. The 2-2. Misses up and away. And the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Cedillo. And the Gherkins loving it over there in the dugout. 3-2. And he takes ball 4 low and in. Cedillo gives Stedman a little look. That ball was close. And he jogs down to first for his second walk. So in stands the lefty, Justin Herzog. Well, it's good for Cedillo that Rob Manfred isn't commissioner of this league, or he might be in trouble there. No looking over it, guys. Throw back, and he's diving. Bottom 3, 5-0. Knights on top of the Gherkins. But the Gherkins, some energy. And there's a ball up and away. The count of 2 balls and no strikes. 1 on, nobody out. Bottom 3 at Bob Brack. Gherkins searching for a run against this Westland team. Stedman's 1-0. Misses low and away, and the count at 2 balls and no strikes. Two hits, 2 walks from Stedman. Exhales, looks towards first, and deals. And another ball misses up and away, and it's 3-0 from Stedman to Herzog, and out comes Light Geb. Again, it has been quiet dugouts this whole summer between these 4 ball clubs. For the first time on this Wednesday ball game between Westland and the Gherkins, some talk back and forth. If you're a Gherkin squad, you come in knowing you're the underdog. Trying to gain every advantage you can. 3-0 on his way to the lefty Herzog. And he takes a strike right down the middle. And they count it 3-1. Herzog at a Century High School at Western Oregon University. 1 aboard and nobody out. The 3-1. And he swings and pops one up right back to the press box. And the count is full at 3-2. Stedman from 3-0 to 3-2. Cedillo leads it first. And Stedman's 3-2. Swinging a miss. Herzog is gone. 5th strikeout for Decker Stedman. As up comes the righty Patrick Mushka. Stedman looks on, looks to first, and Mushka takes the ball. Decker's had trouble throwing strikes. And a lot of 3-ball counts to this Gherkins team. Mushka singled to left his last time up, 1-0. And he looks at a ball up and away. Snap back throw again. Light Gibbs thrown 3 of those. And has he gotten an out? Cedillo with a head first dive as he shakes out the dirt in his belt. Bottom 3, 5-0 Knights here at Baumbrach. 2-0 to Patrick Mushka. And Mushka swings and rifles one down the left field line. That's a fair ball and a base hit. Stopping at second is Cedillo. There's 2 aboard with 1 gone, and up comes Colby Grace. So Patrick Mushka is 2 for 2. The Moose getting it done. Moving from the cleanup spot to the 3-hole. And in comes the DH, Colby Grace. Colby Grace has a .615 slugging percentage. That's why you probably see him in the 4-hole instead of Mushka, who's just about the same, but Grace has been hot as of late. 2 on, 1 gone, bottom 3. And the opening offering to Grace misses below the knees, count at 1-0. So again, Decker Stedman starts behind on the batter. He taps the bat twice, holds it behind his head. 1 ball and no strikes to him. And Stedman steps off and looks Cedillo back to second. Cedillo has not tried to steal. Patrick Mushka has got 1 stolen base. He stole 3rd back in the opening weekend of the Wild Wild West League. Hasn't attempted to steal since. 1-0. And Grace swings and slaps one towards third. Picked up by Ducourt. To second for 1. The turn to first in time. 5-4-3. Count them in order and ring them up. That does it for the bottom of the 3rd. To the 4th we go. 5-0 Knights here at Baumbrach. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top 4 here at Baumbrach. Nicholas Klemp, the righty, looks at a first pitch strike, low and away. And the count at 0-1 to Klemp. Top 4 here at Baumbrach. Knights 5, Gherkins nada. Eisenhardt still on the mound is 0-1. And Klemp looks at a strike again, low and away. Eisenhardt finds his spot 2 times in a row, and he's up in the count. 0-2. Shadows have sent over the whole infield at Baumbrach. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Klemp strikes out. Second of the ball game for Eisenhardt, and up comes the lefty, Thomas Ducourt. Ducourt grounded out to short his last time up. Opening offering to him. And he takes the ball low and away. Ducourt hitting .286 coming into this ball game. He stands on. 1-0. And he swings and taps it foul back to the screen. The count at 1 ball, 1 strike. 5 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Knights. No runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for the Gherkins. Eisenhart's 1-1. Swinging a slow roller towards short. Torres waits for it, scoops it up, goes to first. Not a lot of time, but he gets it in time. And there's 2 gone to start the 4th. Ryan Torres has made some nice plays over there at second base today. He is not panicked. And he's made tough plays look simple. So up comes the lefty Jake Holcroft with a home run. Or birthday present for his cousin Gage Holman. Opening offering to him. And he swings and cranks one down the foul. He's 2 for 2, a walk and a home run. Scored twice. Holcroft, one of the best hitters in all the WCC and in the WWWL. 0-1 to him. And he swings and rolls one towards short. Scooped up by Alarcon. Charging, throws to first to beat the speed of Holcroft. That does it in the top of the 4th. A 1-2-3 inning for the first time for George Eisenhart. To the bottom of the 4th we go. It's 5-0 Westland.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
pitcher is, sorry, what's his name? Who's the new pitcher, Gary? So Cooper Barnum, the right-hander on the mound, to face the lefty Sean Alvarado. Opening offering. Alvarado punts the bunt down, pulls it back, and takes the ball up and away. Barnum had a little bit of a medical attention. He got a bloody nose right before he went out there. It's a hot, dry day here in Aurora, Oregon. Bloody noses are at the wrist. 1-0. Misses up and outside. Counted 2 balls and no strikes. No win here on this Wednesday night in Bob Brock. Bottom 4, 5-0 Knights. Alvarado stands in the 2-0. And he swings and taps one towards second, scooped up by Stevens, who has time. He goes to first, and there's the first out of the 4th. So up comes the right-handed batter, Humberto Alarcon, who flew out to center his last time up. Bottom 4, 5-0 Westland over the Gherkins. Alarcon, the right-handed batter, looks in. And Barnum's first pitch is low and away for a ball. Barnum has pitched 4 2/3. He's given up 1 run, 5 walks, 8 strikeouts. Here's 1-0. And a swing and a foul back to the screen. Count levels out at 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice with a 5-0 lead. The Gherkins trying to get on the board. And the 1-1. Strike, low and outside. Count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Alarcon and then Thebe here in this 4th inning. Barnum, who has struggled with his command in his last couple of outings, trying to go 1-2-3. The 1-2. And a swing and a big chopper towards second. Stevens scoops it up from the infield grass across his body and in plenty of time. Chad Stevens with a nice play from second. And there's 2 gone. Up comes the right-handed batter, Nolan Thebe. Thebe hitting 1 for 9. Got his first single at the WWWL on his last at-bat. Opening offering. Look out as he dunks that one right over his head. And I want to know. We have some bad blood boiling between the Knights and the Gherkins. Or did Barnum just miss? 1-0 on his way. And Thebe looks at a ball up and outside. Counted 2 balls and no strikes. Giannis is on deck. 2 gone, bases empty. Bottom 4. 5-0 the lead for the Knights over the Gherkins. Here's the 2-0. Check swing. Thebe takes a strike low and outside. Counted 2-1. 3 hits for this Gherkins team. 2 by the bat of Patrick Mushka. And the other by Nolan Thebe, who stands in with a 2-1 count and nobody aboard. Pitch on the way. And he swings and taps one to the screen. And the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Light starting to come on here at Bob Brock. After this 4th inning, we will have trivia. Type your answers, and we'll try to get a new winner. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3, low and outside. Thebe is gone. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Cooper Barnum. To the 5th we go. It's a 5-0 Westland lead. So welcome back to the top of the fifth here at Bob Brock, and we'll get you this trivia for this ball game. Our question is, who is the last pitcher to record a hit in an all-star game? It's tough. It's not in the 2000s. We'll give that hint. So Hagen on the mound, seeing his first Wild West League action, and it's going to be not an easy first three batters. Ducard, Knight, and Stevens for Westland. Hagen on his way to Hawaii out of Schmekeda, where he was 2-0. They 2.76 ERA and 16 1/3. He had a 12.67 strikeout per 9 innings ratio, and only gave up 5 earned runs in his 16 1/3. So in stands a left-handed batter, Jake Ducard. It's 2-3-4 for Westland, and the big hitter is coming up. Ducard grounded out to the pitcher, who at the time was George Eisenhart, back in the second. Eisenhart had retired 4 in a row before getting pulled. Top 5 at Bob Brock, 5-0 Westland, the opening offering. And Hagen's first pitch of the summer is a ball low and away. Now we saw it with Sean Moran yesterday in the 8th inning. Sometimes when it's your first time throwing live baseball in 4 months, things go haywire. Hopefully Hagen can find his rhythm as his 1-0 finds the strike zone and the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. That ball low and away. Top 5 here at Bob Brock. 1 ball, 1 strike to the lefty Ducard. 1-1 on his way. And Ducard swings and rolls one down the right field line. Mushka can't put the glove on it. And it's a base hit to lead off the 5th for Jake Ducard. So Ducard is 2 for 3, his second single of the ball game, and up comes the lefty Briley Knight. Knight popped out to left and hit a sacrifice fly to left as he taps the plate and looks towards Hagen. Knight hit .350 coming into this ball game. 7 for 20 with 3 doubles. And he takes the first pitch strike, low and away, counted 0-1. Bradley's got a home run, 7 runs, and 2 RBIs. Taken 8 walks. His on-base percentage at .536. Warner at first is Ducard, the 0-1. And Knight looks at a ball low and away. The count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Bradley Knight, the former West Coast League MVP. Played with Corvallis, where he hit .460 with on-base percentage. And he takes a strike, the count of 1-2. In his summer of 2019, the .357 average, 42 RBIs, 8 home runs, 113 total bases with 29 extra base hits. And that will get you MVP for sure. Runner on first is Jake Ducard, the 1-2. And Knight takes a ball low and in, gets away from a second by Kianis. He throws to second, and Ducard in there standing. So a stolen base for Jake, and up comes Bradley Knight now with a runner in scoring position. Knight still rocking his Utah Utes helmet, even though he's headed to the University of Portland. Hasn't picked up the swag just yet. Seen all the Portland guys rocking the purple gloves. With a gray arm sleeve on his right shoulder, he steps into the batter's box. Runner at second, nobody out. Top 5 here at Bob Brock. 5-0 Westland. Hagen looks towards second, looks home, is 2-2. And Bradley Knight takes the ball low and in. And the count is full, 3-2. Or 3-2, excuse me. Chad Stevens, the right-hander, is on deck. Bradley Knight stands in, swings the bat, belt high, taps the plate twice, and looks towards Hagen. Hagen gets the signs from Kianis, exhales, and deals. And Bradley Knight takes the ball on the outside. Ball 4 tonight. He'll head down to first base. Bradley might not have a hitting streak going, but he has taken 9 walks in 22 at-bats. Coming into this ball game, 7 hits, 8 walks. So he's been on base 15 times. He's just seeing the ball very, very well. So Chad Stevens stands in, the righty with 2 aboard and nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Hagen deals home the opening offering. And the right-hander looks at a ball up and inside. Count at 1-1. 1-0. Righty on righty. Ducard leads at second. Braley Knight leads at first. Stevens is 0 for 2. Reached on an error and struck out. 1-0 from Hagen. And Stevens swings and bloops one into right center field for a base hit. On his way around third, coming home is Jake Ducard. Braley Knight heads to third, and to second goes Chad Stevens. So a single, an E9. As Ducard comes home on the RBI. And Braley Knight is at third. So James Anderson stands in. 6-0 Westland. Here at the top of the 5th. Knight stands at third. Stevens at second, opening offering. And the righty Anderson takes a strike, low and away. 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Knights. No runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for the Gherkins. Hagen sets, and is 0-1. And Anderson takes the ball up and away. And they count at 1-1. Anderson hitting .381. He's got an RBI ground out and a single. 2 in the scoring position, nobody out. 1-1. And Anderson swings and pops it up back behind the press box. And they count at 1-2. James Anderson and Andy Armstrong, the second baseman and the shortstop. Knights are up 6, but an opportunity to really blow this one open here in the 5th. 2 in scoring position and nobody out. 1-2. And Anderson takes one in the dirt. They count it 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top 5 here at Bob Rock. Knights put up 3 in the first, 2 in the second. They've got 1 in here in the 5th. And with 2 runners in scoring position. Hagen trying to get out of the jam is 2-2. And swinging a high, driving to right center field. Cedillo on the move. Cedillo looking up, and he watches it drop at the track. Braley Knight comes in to score on his way around third, and coming home is Chad Stevens. It's a 2 RBI double for James Anderson, and it's 8-0 Westland. So James Anderson with 3 RBIs in the ball game. He is 2 for 2. And 7 of the 8 runs have been produced by the top 4 batters. As up comes Andy Armstrong. Runner at second is Anderson, who's got terrific speed. Nobody out still here in the 5th. And Armstrong takes the ball up and in. The count at 1-0. Westland 8, Gherkins none. The Armstrong looks on. 1-0. And he swings and taps one foul. The count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Armstrong grounded out to short, reach first on an E6. Hitting 174, trying to bring Anderson home from second. Nobody out. Top 5, 1-1. Strike. Low and away. The count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2. Armstrong has taken 4 walks. And the 1-2. And he takes the ball up and in. The count levels out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Armstrong out of Oregon State. Batted .321 with 10 runs scored, 4 doubles, and a home run in the shortened seasons. Played and started in all 14 games. Anderson at second after his 2 RBI double. The 2-2. Swinging a foul back to the screen. And the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Three runs on top of the 5th by this Knights team. Still nobody out. Inning started with a single by Ducard. Bradley Knight walked. Chad Stevens singled. And James Anderson had his 2 RBI double. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from a second from Kianis. He throws to first. Almost clips Armstrong. And there's the first out of the 5th. So a strikeout from Hagen, his first. And up comes Jake Lightgeb with a runner at second and 1 gone. Lightgeb has 2 stolen bases. He has not been caught stealing. He's hitting .312 and is 1 for 2 today. Hagen looks on. Anderson leads at second. The opening offering. And a ball low and in. The count at 1 ball and no strikes. PK's down the right field line from Ron the K-Man. .1-0. Swinging a sharp ground ball hit towards short. Alarcon scoops it up from deep in the dirt. His throw's on a hop, but Mushka digs it out. And there's 2 gone in the top of the 5th. The 3rd goes Anderson. And up comes Nicholas Klemp. Klemp struck out swinging to start the 4th his last time up. He also grounded out to second. Opening offering, and Klemp swings and misses. Counted 0-1. 8-0. Westland on top of the Gherkins. Here in the top of the 5th. Hagen sets at the belt. The 0-1. Swing and a miss again. And they counted 0-2. Lights starting to come on. The shadows have almost encompassed the whole field. Some sun in left center. At third is James Anderson. 2 gone. Top 5. The 0-2. Up and in. They counted a ball and 2 strikes from Hagen. So 3 more runs here in the 5th for Westland. Puts their total at 25 in the last 2 ball games. 1-2. Misses low and away. Strike 3. Got him. Nicholas Klemp strikes out, second of the ball game for Hagen. That takes us halfway home. Top of the 5th is over. 3 runs in for the Knights. It's 8-0. Wesleyan on top of the Gherkins. So welcome back to the bottom of the fifth here at Bob Brock. As Dollars on My Head plays, Kane Keonis, the lefty, stands in. Base is empty, leading off this bottom of the fifth. Opening offering from the righty, Barnum. And a ball misses upstairs, kind of 1-0. 3 runs in the top of the fifth for Westland. They lead it 8-0. 7 hits for the visitors. And the 1-0. And Keonis looks at the ball low and away. Counted 2 balls and no strikes. Two-0. This is downstairs. Counted 3 balls and no strikes. The 3-0. Strike. Down the middle, count 3 balls and 1 strike. Bottom 5, 3-1. They count. 2 Keonis. Barnum deals. Keonis swings and misses. And they count at 3-2. Beautiful Wednesday night here at Bob Brock Stadium in Aurora, Oregon. Westland rolling 8-0. 3-2. Swing and a miss. And Keonis strikes out. Second strikeout of the night for Cooper Barnum. And up comes the lefty, Ryan Torres. Torres stands in. The opening offering. And he looks at a ball low and inside. Count of 1 ball, no strikes. Torres struck out swinging back in the second. And the 1-0. And he checks his swing and holds up at the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Torres has had some nice plays at second base today. Kid out of Hendricks. 2-0-2. And he takes a strike low and in. The count of 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1. Swinging a foul down the left field line. Count levels out at 2-2. Barnum on the mound. Torres in the batter's box. 1 gone. Base is empty. Bottom 5. 8-0. The Knights lead. 2-2 on its way. Misses up and in. And the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Another full count. And the payoff pitch. And Torres swings and rolls one towards second from the outfield grass. Stevens fields, flips to first. And there's 2 gone in the bottom of the 5th. So Ruben Cedillo stands in, the right-handed batter. He holds the bat on the right shoulder. The opening offering from Barnum. And he looks at a ball up and away. Cedillo has reached twice on 2 walks. And the 0-1. Cedillo checks his swing and can't hold up. And the count at 0-2. 8 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Knights. No runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for the Gherkins. Knights trying to remain the best of the West. The 0-2. Ball just misses up and in. And the count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, in the top of the 6th, we'll have Parker Huffman along with a special guest. You don't want to miss that. 2 rounds, base is empty, 1-2. Misses up and away. And the count levels out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. For our trivia, we still haven't gotten the correct answer. It's not Mark Longston. It's not Cal Ripken. It's not Greg Maddox. Here's a 2-2. Just misses downstairs. The count is full 3-2 to the 3rd straight batter of this 5th inning. Give you a hint. It was in 1992 All-Star game. The 3-2. Swing and a miss, and that does it for the bottom of the 5th. 3 up, 3 down to the 6th we go. It's 8-0 West Linn.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
Same as Randy. Bob.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top 6, Carly Menace, Parker Huffman, and Tucker Brock as we get going. Tucker, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
How are things?
Things are well. It's a great night. The lights are working. Good night for baseball.
It is. It's absolutely gorgeous once again. Well, we have a trivia question. Nobody's gotten it in the audience. It's just swinging a pop-up down the left field line. Alvarado trying to get to it. Now he stops, and it drops behind him on his way to second, and stopping there is Dukar. Oh, somebody got the trivia, but we'll give you a shot. So who was the last pitcher to record a hit in the All-Star game?
In the All-Star game? 1992, I think?
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Where was the All-Star game in 1992? National League Park, I must guess. Let's see. Pitcher. Oh, man.
It was a Cleveland pitcher.
Cleveland pitcher. Dennis Martinez.
Close. Charles Nogley.
Really?
Yeah, 8th inning single. Well, so Randy's got you 1-0 now.
He does, but you asked him a trivia question
true.
from his era.
That's
you
true.
needed to ask him a modern one. You went back to the 60s, and he has that.
Good point. So up is Jake Holcroft, who hit a home run. His last at-bat, runner at second. As he swings and drives one into right center field toward the gap. Getting under it is Cedillo, and he has out number 1. Tagging on the play is Dukart as he strolls into third. So you and Randy are out here a lot these days.
Yes, we are. We're out here early days and late nights, but it's fun. We really enjoy doing it, and it's just a blast to have the Pickles out here and really all 4 teams. It's just been fun to watch some baseball and a great organization run some baseball. So it's just been a pleasure for us to be out here every night.
That's awesome. It is absolutely gorgeous here every night. It just seems like it's a picture almost, a painting.
Yeah, we're pretty blessed to be in a pretty cool spot with the filbert orchard and the trees in dead center field and no other lights around. It's just, and the sunsets in the summertime, nothing better.
So the ball gets away. Dukart steps on home, and it's 9-0 West Linn.
Wow. Now, Tucker, when I was working with Randy, I know that you were doing a little coaching over at UP. So why don't you talk a little bit about the coaching career and how you ended up where you're at today?
Yeah, I was a head coach at Chemeketa Community College for 4 years. Doesn't seem like that long ago, but now it's quite a while ago, in 2004 to 2008. And then I had 7 years as an assistant at the University of Portland. And that was a blast. I got to work with Chris Sperry and Larry Cassian, and then they made a change, and now this would have been my 5th year here as an assistant with my dad, and actually get to coach with my brother as well. So it's a blast to be able to come out here and coach with your family at a field named after your grandpa. So it's a privilege every night to be able to do that.
Not a lot of people can say that.
No, and I got to play for my dad as
Yeah.
well. So,
Is it better to be his player or his assistant coach?
ooh, that's a tough question. I would say probably his player.
Okay. All right. As ball gets away and on to second goes Jake Holcroft. It's better to be his player. Good to know.
I didn't have to deal with him in the dugout when I was his player.
Okay.
Now as an assistant coach, I get to deal with him in the dugout all the time, and that's not always as fun. When you're playing shortstop and he's in the dugout, that's a lot better.
So you guys, what time do you get out here in the morning?
Randall gets out here probably about 8 o'clock. Certain days I'm out here about 8:30, 9 o'clock after I kind of get house going and everything with my daughter, and then we're out here till 11:30 midnight, just doing our thing.
Long days here, Barbara. We had a hot one on Saturday too. As Riley Knight rakes this one into left center field. This ball going back. Cedillo looking up, and it drops into the gap. On his way home is Holcroft. Riley Knight's digging for three, and he's going to get there with time to spare. How about that one?
That kid's got some wheels.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, you don't see too many triples here in left center field. You know, you go to the kind of corner out there by Bear Electric and 377, you get some triples there, but not the left center field.
Yeah, Bradley Knight is going to be a good player at the University of Portland next year. Not a bad pickup for those guys.
He's a University of Portland pilot. He's the
So,
baseman, number 16.
I saw yesterday, like, guys had a ball come right at you down the left field line. You had to get out of the way.
I wasn't there. I saw it I was at home watching, eating dinner, watching it on YouTube live, and I saw Randall have to dodge a ball down there. At least I knew he was awake.
He take a nap sometimes?
Yeah, he does. He might be napping now down in the corner. I can see. So that's when he gets his power naps in, so he can do some more mowing.
There you go.
I mean, I remember we were out here just without games the first week on that mower every day.
Yeah.
Every day. He's swinging a sharp ground ball. Backhand by Antonsen. It's going to be a long throw, and it's not in time. Bradley Knight comes in to score. Chad Stevens with the RBI single, and we have an 11-0 ball game.
He's actually let me mow the last couple of days, so it's been kind of nice. I talked him into it.
All right. How did you get that to go?
Well, I told him it's not my first rodeo, and I can mow the outfield, so I get to mow the outfield. He still mows the infield.
Well, maybe someday.
Yeah, someday. But he doesn't I do different patterns, and he's pretty simple. He likes a straight pattern. He doesn't want me to get too crazy on stuff, so that's why I don't get to mow the infield.
Well, looks like you did a good job out there.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Not too bad. Pretty straight from up here, at least.
Yeah, it looks good. We were talking to Randy, and he was saying it's kind of fun seeing guys blast balls to left center field because during high school season, you don't see guys with this power of guys like Bradley Knight just able to send it over the 377 mark.
Yeah, watching batting practice it's pretty fun to see balls go over the scoreboard. And in the summertime, the wind starts blowing out and it gets warmer and the ball's really flying. We always joke down there, so come out here in the springtime when the wind's blowing in. They'll still get them out, but it's not be as easy as it is now.
We've seen a lot of pop-ups turn into home runs.
Oh, yeah. Tonight's not as bad without the wind.
Yeah.
But the last few nights, it's been howling straight out. I keep saying I want to bat again and let me hit again.
Yeah, I think last weekend we had, in our 4 games, 71 runs. So it was a good weekend to be a hitter.
Bad weekend to be a pitcher.
Yeah.
You don't want to look at your ERA after that weekend.
You're hoping you pitched on Thursday and to get the weekend off. So 1 on, 1 out, and stands Anderson. Again, still on the mound for the Gherkins. So Westland Knights seem like a team of all-stars out there. So many Oregon State, big Pac-12 guys. James Anderson, one of them. He's been terrific. He's got a 2 RBI double his last time up, and he slaps one down the left field line. This ball drops, and it's fair. Anderson takes a half a swing, trying to protect himself, and ends up with a single. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than to be good. So when we had Randy up, he was talking about improvements, and his main thing was he wanted new lights. Now, do you have something that you want to improve that's not the lights, or is it a consensus lights are the first priority?
After not having lights the past few nights, sitting down there and really bothering us, that's kind of what I'd like too. It'd be nice to have some new lights. Mine's vetoed. I keep getting vetoed on mine. So
What is yours?
mine is I want, how we have AstroTurf behind home plate. I want AstroTurf down the whole foul territory on the sides. So you don't have to mow it as much. You got teams, especially in high school, they like to gather in front of the dugout, and it does a lot of damage to the grass right in front. So it just cleans it up, gives us a place to take ground balls when it's pouring down rain in the fall for practice, and we don't have to worry about the grass. But it's more of a California thing. A lot of California D1s have that.
There's a swing and a drive into right center field. It's going to be an RBI for Armstrong. Coming home is Stevens, and the inning rolls on. Tucker, you come up and we get some offense. 4 more runs from this night's team. We get a replay of the slap single by Anderson on a tapper. It's quite the lucky shot down the left field line.
I was a hitter, so I got the offense with me.
Yeah, that's good. Now, I imagine here's a tapper up the middle. This could be 2. Cohn steps down second, goes to first.
Good play.
And that does it for the top of the 6th. 4 more runs, 12-0 Knights. We'll take a break. Will you join us for the bottom?
Absolutely.
All right.
And welcome back. Thanks for joining us here on a beautiful Wednesday evening here at Bob Brock Stadium. We got Carlo Jimenez and Tucker Brock here in the studio with myself, Parker Hubman.
So Tucker, did you grow up at this stadium? Like what year did Randall start taking care of it for you? How old were you?
Let's see. I was born in 81. He took 2 years off after I was born. So basically from the time I can remember, this was my babysitter. I was out here all the time running around, watching games at practice because I went to school at North Marion. So my brother and I'd walk over here after school and in the springtime and just come to practice and get out early to get on the bus to go watch some high school baseball games. And it was great.
How different is the stadium from when you first remember it?
Oh, it's extremely different.
There's a swing and a shot down the right field line for a base hit. Able to stop it is Dukart, and it's going to be a single for Justin Urza.
Where we're standing right now, you was out in center field because the high school football field originally was in the outfield of the baseball field. So the baseball field was really short to center field. It was only like 330 maybe to center field, and the fences were portable. They had goalposts out here that they swung around, scoreboard. None of this was here. You just had portable bleachers sitting behind home plate when I was young. And it's just kind of evolved into what it is now.
And how good did it feel to earn some recognition in 2011 when you guys got the award?
It was pretty awesome for Dad, because I know how much time he puts in out here and how much he loves to do it. You know, some people have hobbies of going golfing or camping, and his hobby's out here working on the field. And we have a great community that supports us and helps out. And Randall knows is either coached most of the guys, went to school with them, and just people just love their athletics here. And it's just a great place to be. And we're really fortunate to have the support that we have out here.
Do you have a favorite memory?
Man, there's been a lot of them. There has been a lot of them out here. Probably playing some games in the summertime out here as a shortstop, and my brother was a second baseman, and Dad coaching us. Those are always fun things that you kind of take for granted at the time, but then when you look back as you get older, they're really special moments.
So you guys, any 6-4-3 double plays?
We had quite a few of them. I had to do a lot of 6 unassisted because I was a little worried that my brother wouldn't be able to get it over there. He was 2 years younger than me, so I needed to help him out. And I know he's listening. That's why I said that.
Very nice.
Yeah, I thought so.
So Miles Norman stands in 1-on-1 out. So you became a coach now. How has that transition been from being a coach here after so much history here for you and your family?
It's been pretty easy. I was always around when I was coaching in college, coming back to help out and go to high school games. Whether it be football or basketball games, or stop in to watch something to support the community, because I live about 2 minutes from the high school. So it was fairly easy to kind of come back into it, and I looked forward to it.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous place. It's kind of funny. It sneaks up on you, but
yeah,
it's beautiful. I think everybody who's come out here has loved this park.
This is normally the time of night I come back out here, and driving down Boone's Ferry Road from my house, you can see the lights through the trees.
Oh.
And it never gets old coming out here in the summertime.
So 1-on-1 out. Now, when was the hitting cages built?
The hitting cage was built in 2010.
Okay.
So before that cement slab that those bleachers are sitting on was the outdoor hitting cage that we got to use. And Randall didn't like to practice inside, so we got to spend many a days out there in the pouring down rain in the springtime hitting. So.
Well, that must have been nice to have somewhere indoor. I know the players love it. A lot of guys will be in there after games.
Yeah. We'll have to say, hey, guys, we're going home. It's time to go to bed. We're glad you're getting some work in, but we've been out here a while.
Yeah. Striking out, and up comes Sean Alvarado.
And that's really helped out our youth programs, too, both baseball and softball. Kids are in there in the springtime in a normal year all the time. It's awesome.
It is a really cool facility. There's a ball inside.
Yeah, it's cool to see. I mean, cage built in 2010, then I started coming out here and taking lessons with Randy. But then I think 2011, when you guys got some recognition there, I played the county tournament as an 8th grader here. And then Randy was talking about it too. I mean, even since then, when you guys got the recognition for how great this field is, there's been even more changes and made this place even better. So it's pretty cool to see, and wouldn't be surprised if you guys get recognized again.
There's been a lot of changes, and I'd say it's even better now than it was in 2011. Right. And again, it's just credit to him and the people around to support us in all this stuff and all these ideas that we like to do.
There's a 2-1. Swinging a base. Now, do you get any chance to go out there and be a third base, first base coach, or are you always in the dugout?
My brother coaches third, and my dad coaches first, and I stay in the dugout. So it's a good place for me.
1 on, and the 2-2. Alvarado cranks one foul. We talked about there's a couple North Marion guys here. A couple guys you and Randy coached, the Worcester twins, out here getting some practice. It's really great for all these young high school kids able to face top-level talent. I mean, maybe the numbers don't look great, but in terms of the experience.
Right. And Brady Hansen's out here. He was one of our guys too. And it's just nice. They lost, like so many seniors across the United States, they lost their senior year, and for the opportunity to come out here and play this summer on their field, it just couldn't have fell into a better time for these kids to be able to say that they got to finish up out here when they wouldn't have got to if the Wild Wild West were to come along.
Runner goes, and there's ball 4. So 2 on and 2 out. So you pretty much grew up here at this ballpark. Is it become just like your kids? You're telling them, hey, you guys should come down to the field, maybe help out a little bit.
My daughter's here right now, running around someplace, and we put her to work afterwards, and she pulls a broom around and thinks that's pretty fun and likes to ride on all the stuff. But she stays away. She's already seen enough baseball in her young life that she's like, all right, Dad, let's go home.
It's nice.
I have my cousin working the camera down the first base side, so it's kind of cool to have family out here.
Here's the 0-1. The check swing, and look who it is. Hunter Worcester in the batter's box. In the North Marion helmet. Hunter's got some at-bats in the WWWL. Took a big walk on opening night.
That's right.
0-2. He swings and misses, and that will do it. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Tucker. It was great to have you up here.
Thanks for having me.
It's a 12-0 Knights lead through 6. Welcome back to the top of the 7th. Thanks, Tucker Brock, for joining us. Carly Menes alongside Parker Huffman. Parker, great to have you back, man.
Yeah, I had to stay around, see if my G's can get back into this thing. Gonna have to.
Long way to go for him.
Yeah, gonna have to have a nice little defensive inning here and see if we can string a couple of hits together on the offensive end. Nice little hit by Justin Herzog last inning, but we'll see if we can't string a few together.
So Klemp, the righty, stands in, opening offering. He swings and taps one off the mask of Brady Hansen behind the plate. Excuse me, Noah Worstra. And the 0-1 from on. And a strike. Well, we'll get you the changes here. You ready, Parker?
I'm ready.
Gonna quiz you.
Okay.
Torres is now at short for Alvarado.
Mhm.
Hunter Worcester is at second for Torres. Brady Hansen's in right for Nolan Thebe. As there's a swing and a miss, ball gets away, and it looks like on his way to first safely on the strikeout is going to be Nick Klemp. So right is Hansen, and behind the plate is Noah Worcester.
Yeah. I think I got it.
Taylor Ott is also pitching. New pitcher. A lot of changes. Top 7, 12-0 Knights here on this Wednesday. Man, it just doesn't get any better than this.
No, it doesn't. Especially in a time like this, man. This is something that you just can't take for granted.
Pitches upstairs to Thomas Dukai. Colcraft on deck. 1 on. Nobody out. The Knights look hungry, and I think they're ready for Thursday's matchup.
Yeah, gearing up for that.
Picks Knights. Going to be a good one. No Fennings till Friday between when the Pickles and the Knights will play again.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be a good one tomorrow. We know Burke Knight is a very competitive coach, as he should be, and this team is not happy taking that loss. 1-0. Swing and a miss.
Now, these guys come out here every day expecting to win, and they will never go down easy. So that was a great win the other night by the Pickles, but yeah, definitely expect them to come back and be ready to go.
1 on, nobody out. The 1-1 misses low and away to Thomas Ducar, the lefty, and the count of 2 balls and a strike. So Parker, if we had to have one of these guys on either team, and you said, it's a Wild Wild West League, and you said this guy would be the best cowboy, who are we picking?
That's a great question. He's already a staff favorite, that's for sure. I think he's becoming a fan favorite, but
2-2, swinging a foul in the left field line.
Might have to go with Patty Mushka.
I gotta agree with you. I mean, it's just guy walks in pregame fit, socks pulled up to the knees, huge headband, rocking the shades, and short shorts.
He's always looking good.
There's no one with that kind of style.
And he's always playing good.
Yeah, he's playing well tonight. 2-2, swinging a foul back to the screen. Mushka's got a pair of singles and a walk. Not too shabby. It's tough on this Knights team. I want to say Bradley Knight just because he's so athletic. I mean, we saw the guy go to third on a double left center.
Sure.
But he doesn't have the facial hair or the long hair for it.
No.
2-2, swinging a slow roller towards third. Diving to his left is Herzog, and he can't get there. So a single for Ducar. There's 2 aboard. And nobody out. And up comes the lefty, Jake Holcroft. Holcroft with a home run.
Now, who's number 12 on the Gray Wolves? I should know this by now, but
Trace Hakkinen.
I mean, with that stash, he's another one.
Trace Hakkinen has got quite the stash.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a good look. Taylor Ott's got a little bit of a stash going. Right now, he's got 2 on and nobody out, trying to get out of the inning. Ball on the outside. The Gherkins will have tomorrow off, and then they will play the Gray Wolves at 2:30. Gray Wolves Gherks, you know what that means. High scoring baseball. 1-0. Misses low and in. Count of 2 balls and no strikes. And the first time I've ever seen that flag in center field still.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is unreal.
Yeah, this whole season, man, that wind had just been going straight out. And
2-0, swinging a sharp ground ball in the hole and into left field. Stopping at third is Klemp, and the bases are loaded with nobody out for Jake Ducar.
Yeah, it's not a myth that wind really makes a difference. You see it tonight. We got 1 long ball, 2.
Two who would probably that's a home run on any other night.
Right.
A triple by Bradley Knight and then a double by Anderson. And we have a new batter here for the Westland Knights with the bases loaded. It's Taylor Holder. First pitch to Holder. And he swings and taps one down into right field for a base hit. 1 run in. That's going to be all. Holder on the first pitch is an RBI single. And the Knights lead it a baker's dozen to none. And Briley Knight's going to get another at bat. I think he's front runner in my mind for Wawa West League MVP.
Yeah, I mean,
I would say Stoner has a good jump on him, but after the 2-run home run yesterday, not a big blow. His ERA is still below 2, but
sure.
Bradley Knight he's just not missed. His on base percentage is in the 600s.
Yeah, Bradley had a good start, not a crazy start, but man, the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 games, he has just been consistent, and yeah, someone to look out for in the future.
Yeah, on his way to Portland. Play a little closer to home. Base is full. Nobody out. 1 run in for the Knights. A 2-0. And Bradley Knight swings and pops one up foul into the seats down the left field line. The count of 2 balls and a strike. Tomorrow we got the rubber match. Pickles against the Knights. Pickles get a day off. They'll probably get to watch this game, but it's going to be a good one. That is for sure.
Yeah, we'll see if a little day of rest serves them well.
2-1 and a good block. I mean, their bats are getting hot. I think we saw Kenyon Yovan start to get warm in their first win against the Knights, and Alec Arnone also start to get hot, and they've heated up a lot. And so the Pickles have hit their stride, and this Knights team who has hit the ground running since day one, it's going to be a good matchup. Bradley Knight swings and ropes one into right field, and it's another RBI single for Westland.
Man, you leave a ball over the plate, and he's going to put it in play.
Strikeout and 4 singles. Looks like we're going to get a pitcher change, Parker, and we'll take a quick break. Come right back.
Sounds good.
Bases loaded, nobody out. 14-0. Westland leads. Welcome back. Bottom 7 here at Baumbrack. Chad Stevens facing Jacob Bowser, new pitcher for the Gherkins.
Top stuff.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Opening offering. Stevens takes a strike. Jacob Bowser in 3 1/3 has given up 8 earned runs, 2 walks. So, Parker, we got another top 10 list.
Okay.
We're going to go through here. This is top 10 best ballpark snacks.
Snacks.
Stevens to third. Force at second, and that's going to be all. So a run comes in. Is Thomas Dukart. All right, here we go. Number 10, cotton candy. This is a solid number 10.
Sure.
9, ice cream. Ice cream, yeah. I mean, those are two classics.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We'll have to hear the rest. I mean, at least one of those might need to be higher.
Yeah, that's what I to start 10 with cotton candy. It's, I mean, we better have a good rest of the list.
Yeah.
8 is popcorn.
Okay.
7 is fries. I think it's really dependent on the fries, right? Because fries is so general.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, what are we talking? Crinkle cut? We talking curly?
String fries?
Yeah. I mean, that makes a big difference.
I don't know. Bowser deals, and there's a ball inside.
And also, I mean, when you go to the ballpark and say, let me get an order of fries.
No.
You know, maybe you get a burger or something that comes on the side, but
I almost feel like nachos should be where fries are. So there's a strike inside to James Anderson. All right, 6, Polish/Italian sausage.
Okay,
good.
good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Solid. 5, Cracker Jacks. We have those here.
Cracker Jacks is classic.
I mean, it's classic.
take me
Especially
out
when
to
you get
the
them in the
ball game.
box.
Absolutely, which we have.
Yep. And then 4, Brats.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Brats. Sorry, Brats. Not Brats. Honestly, as you can tell by the way I said it, I've never had brats.
Okay, well, there's your first problem. Second problem is I think I would just group those together with the Polish.
Okay. So it's kind of like, you describe it to me, because I
no
brat? Idea what it is. Yeah.
You don't know what a brat is?
No idea.
I mean, it's just like help me out here, Gary. It's like a German sausage, basically. All right.
I got to try one of those.
Oh, my God.
All right, number 3, peanuts.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Another classic.
2, hot dogs.
See.
So what's number 1?
So we got 3 or 4 different types of sausages or wieners there. So
that's a good point.
I'm not exactly hyped on this list. Who's this list by?
Bleacher Report.
A credible source, typically.
Yeah, typically. I don't know about their snack choice, though. All right, number 1, you got to guess. Swinging slow roll is short. And Torres can handle.
Did you say nacho yet?
I didn't. No nacho. I'll give you a hint. It's not nacho.
Let me hear it.
Beer.
This list, man, is beer a snack?
I don't know. So Ben lead into the game for Jake Lecko. I mean, it's got calories, but
I guess
I'm not snacking on beer. You know what I mean? Like that's not a thing you do.
It's not a snack in my eyes.
I don't know about this list.
Questionable list. I think nachos needs to be in there.
I think cotton candy's got to be way higher than 10.
Cotton candy can move up. I mean, the other thing you got to think about, you say ice cream, but then it makes a difference. Are you talking a cone?
Ooh.
Do we have a mini helmet? Because that's a whole nother experience.
Yeah. Bowser swinging a miss from lead. Down to 2-1. That's a great question. And then, I mean, you could the same thing with a hot dog. Like, are we talking a regular hot dog? Because a regular hot dog's not that great, but are we talking a Dodger dog?
Right.
You know, what kind of hot dog are we getting here?
We 100% beef? What are we doing?
And the thing about the list is it's too general, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm going to give that C+.
C+. I mean, I think think that's pretty accurate. I don't know. I'm not sure beer is a snack.
I mean, if it is a snack, I'm fine with number 1, but not a snack in my mind.
Yeah. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout from Bowser. Lead is down. 2 gone. Bases empty. 4 runs in the second straight inning for the Knights. It's 16 nada. Now Knights games have gone. Last 2 games for the Knights, Parker, 33 combined runs.
Unreal. Shout out to Bowser, though. He had a tough little go his last outing, I believe, but hanging in there.
Yeah. And it deals a strike to Nicholas Klemp. Klemp up for the second time this inning, which keeps the streak alive. We have now had 6 Wow Wesley games. Have guys come up twice in the same inning. 0-1. Ooh. Look out. Now, if you had your own list, let's just give a top 3.
Top 3.
Top 3 ballpark snacks. What are your go-tos?
Wow. Like I said,
Sharp ground ball up the middle. Takes an odd hop and heads into center. It is just not the Gherkins night.
all right, a top 3. If we're including, you know what I'm going to do to you, Carla? I'm going to put brats. Brats at 3.
Okay. I mean, honestly, personally, that's my number 1 because I got to try it.
Yeah, there you go. I like nachos. Not in the top 10. Not cool. My number 1 go-to is probably just going to be your classic. Oh, man. You know another one that's not on the list? Sunflower seeds.
Oh, that's a great point.
So, okay, I'm switching up. I'm going to go 1 sunflower seeds, 2 nachos, 3 brats. That's
good.
me.
That's a good call. We got my boss, your boss,
My boss.
Ross Campbell's in the building.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How we doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Well, not good if you're a Gherkin fan, but
yeah.
So snacks. We're talking ballpark snacks.
Okay, what do you got for me?
You got a top 3?
I do. Colleen, who is the operations director, has really turned me on to the hot cheese.
Okay.
Yeah, as a ballpark snack. I think nachos, it's just an instant classic.
So lace down the left field line. Alvarado has out number 3, 6 runs in the top of the 7th. We'll take a break, but we'll stay right here.
We will
We're
stay
going to
here.
get Ross's top 3. 18-0, the lead for the Knights.
So you're just saying hot cheese? That's on
That's
your
not
list?
No, it transitioned into nachos.
Okay.
Did you not hear that part?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Maybe start with nachos and then talk about the hot.
It's on to hot cheese.
Okay.
And so when you start with such a great product as hot cheese,
Right.
Okay.
it's very versatile. You can slap it on a brat.
Would you put on some fries?
See, now you're talking.
Okay.
Now we're talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so anything with hot cheese is number 3.
Well, there's another one that's not on the list. A pretzel with cheese.
Yeah, I mean, I have been in a situation where I've seen Parker Huffman taking cheese right out of the hot bag.
Oh, okay.
Bag.
A gallon bag of hot cheese.
Uh-huh.
He took it upon himself to grab the bag of hot cheese and say, I'm going to drink this right out of the nozzle.
Wow.
So if you're saying nacho cheese isn't in your top 3, Parker.
I had nachos.
You had it?
Yeah.
All right.
I had nachos.
So there you go.
All right.
So I think it's the ingredient you guys need to think about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what's your number 2?
Well, I got in at the end of this conversation, but I'm gonna hop to 1. I do think seeds are the best.
Okay, yeah.
They're just, especially with the emergence of Spitz,
Yeah.
a great Canadian brand. They are, I would say that they're the leader. And, we have the David just tears his mouth up after a small sitting in front of your TV watching
I've slowly become a Biggs guy.
and I think Biggs is at number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, Biggs is good, but I think they're trying too hard.
Yeah.
Spitz is, the simple flavors,
Yeah.
the small luxury, but
So we were going off a Bleacher Report top 10 snacks.
yeah. So what was their top 3?
Number 1, beer.
That's not a snack.
And not a snack.
Yeah, that's
Not
what we're
even-
talking
that's a beverage, and that doesn't count because that's so obvious.
Yeah.
Right.
Number 2.
I believe it was peanuts. I want to say peanuts are hot dogs. We'll pull it up right here.
Yeah.
2 is hot dogs.
2 hot dogs.
3 is peanuts. As Ethan Krupp on the mound, and he's dealing to Brady Hansen, the kid out of North Marion.
On Hansen.
Like to see the hometown kid get a base hit. Opening 101. We had Tucker Brock on here earlier.
Yeah. I was listening in, and you know the whole Brock family is really it's inspiring.
Yeah.
You know, generations of baseball lore will talk about what they've been able to do here.
Yeah.
And elsewhere, but it is amazing, and we couldn't be more blessed to work with such great people here. Definitely couldn't happen without those guys.
2-1. Hansen looks at the ball high. What we learned, which I thought was really interesting to me, is Tucker. So Randy had been a coach before Tucker was born. So Tucker has grown up playing on this field being his babysitter, now coaching on this field and taking care of it.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason it looks like this.
Oh, that's very true.
Know.
Very true. It is absolutely stunning. Got to come out to a game.
Yep.
Hansen swings and cranks one foul down the right field line.
And it is amazing. People will show up, you know, and we're about halfway through our season here, and people will show up and say, well, we're in August now, and almost in August, and there's 0, you know, dead spots of grass like this. It looks as good as it does day one.
Yeah.
I think even Randy and Tucker are surprised by that.
3-2. Look
Ooh.
out, and Hansen will take first.
But it's amazing. I mean, we spend a lot of hours into this, you know, just putting on these games and making sure everyone's safe and doing our thing here. But really, the Brocks will put in more hours than we do.
Oh, 100%.
Which is kind of unbelievable to hear or see. But they're here when we show up. They're, you know, here when we leave.
It is pretty unreal because we're here and it just feels like you live here. And then those guys are opening and locking after us.
They are.
0-1. Swinging a foul. Randy does love it, though. I want to say Tuesday, and put on a 60s playlist, and he was jamming out. He was jamming out for a good 3 hours.
Well, and they, you know, you look over in the left field corner, and that's kind of where the family is taking their place, and they haven't missed a game.
No.
I think they want to see baseball as much as we do, and for any baseball fan, we're living the dream out here.
So Noah Worstra, another North Marion guy, takes the ball away. Down at 1-1 with his teammate Brady Hansen on first. 18 runs.
Long night.
Knights just continue to impress.
But not long enough, you know?
Yeah, I'd agree.
And even on an off day here, we're all kind of looking around wanting to be at the ballpark.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because it's so rare to be able to do this, what we're doing right now, and it's truly an honor to be a part of.
Now it takes the ball in from Krupp and the count at 3-1. So Hansen at first. It is. I mean, it doesn't get much better. We say it like as a cliche, but it really doesn't.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. And there's out number 1 of the 7th, also known as the 9th because of the 10-run rule.
But it is easy to show. If people, you know, it's easy to say, hey, you know, you got to come to see what we're doing out here.
You have to.
You have to. It's so much different, and we have an amazing live broadcast, which is, you know, allowing everyone who feels in any situation, if they're safe or not, you know, you get to watch the game for free online.
And just swinging a shot into right field for a base hit. Hansen holds up at second.
Nice hit.
There's 2 on with 1 gone.
But really, and to continue on, we do our best to show the atmosphere here and how gorgeous it is. But it's something to see.
So that was Zach Hart getting the base hit, and up comes Ruben Cedillo. Well, if you're the Picks, you're looking at this game, 18-0. You got to play this team in less than 24 hours.
Yeah, you got to play them 3 times in
4 days.
4 days. It's going to be some good matchups. I mean, I think the Knights took 2 off of them, 3 off of them.
2 off of them, yeah.
2 off of them. Pickles took 1 off of them. But the momentum is shifting in the Pickles' favor, I would say. But, you know, you could argue against that for this game.
Yeah, we were talking, and it felt like the game the Pickles won, they were just getting hot.
Mm-hmm.
And they've really hit their stride these last couple of games. And
well, the picks are always hot.
That's true.
Picks are hot.
I mean,
But the bats were hot. So it should be good. I mean, it doesn't. The Knights offense has put up 35 runs in their last 2 ball games, which I never thought I'd say. But
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be interested to see if a little day off for the Pickles and Knights are out here. Obviously, hasn't been too tough a game on them, but you're still using arms out of the bullpen, and we'll see if they're a little tired after this game. It's been a long one.
It has. 1-1 from Krupp. Up and away. Ball gets away, and everybody goes up 90 feet.
To be fair, though, we are only 18 runs away from a tie and, going into the 8th here.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, a quick couple salamis, you get a couple guys up. You never know. That's why they play the game.
Yeah. You need 4 grand slams to do that. We can calculate how many bases. 18 times 4. Anybody got it?
You're asking the wrong group of people, my friend.
72?
Oh, hey-o.
Okay, thanks.
There it is. Parker Huffman, quick math. That's why I just stick it in. 2-1. 2-2.
He didn't even want to swing at that.
No.
I think at this point, I just want to head home.
Yeah. I'm saying highlight of the game was that check swing single to left.
That's impressive.
It's kind of, that and then the ground ball up the middle that skips off a sprinkler and goes into center. It's kind of been that kind of day.
Yeah, it is. Love to see some baseball oddities.
So the Gherkins down to their final out, and Ross Campbell thinks they need 72 more bases to tie this ball game. We haven't seen the exciting ending we have planned for a tie game.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to say anything.
And again, we've been trying for 2 years.
Yeah.
It's something that a lot of coaches now have agreed to.
Yeah.
But one day.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
There's a good chance it happens this weekend.
Well, it's a good chance it happens tonight.
I'm not sure about that one. If it does, we'll be on SportsCenter.
Well, we should be on SportsCenter either way.
I agree. Agree with you more.
Yeah. Not to mention Gary over here laughing at us. Special shout out to Gary who handles all of our scorekeeping online. Scoreboard here. Really nicknamed the Octopus here for us, but he does an amazing job for us, and we're so grateful to have him.
I'd be looking like a fool without Gary.
Yep.
I'm being honest. Gary saves my butt a couple times a day.
Did you say butt?
I did.
You did.
That's a lot.
Can you?
Yeah.
I think we're good, yeah.
I mean, we can say whatever we want.
Yeah.
Because it's our broadcast. So. 2-1. Mrs. Lonin, count of 3-1.
Parker, anything you want to say?
No, I just want to say, because I don't know if I express it enough, how grateful I am to be out here.
Yep.
It's been a lot of hard work, a lot of long hours, but it's all worth it.
It is. As Sandy Lanes over here, our technical director pulls his computer, what's just running the live broadcast, out of 2 ice bags to keep it cool enough to run for all of you viewers back home.
You should see this guy pregame when he plays the intro music. He's got 3 computers trying to time things up. As here's a slow roller to first. This should do it. Anderson to the covering Krupp, and that's the ball game. The Knights get the win, 18-0, a walloping of the Gherkins here on this Wednesday game. Thursday, it's going to be the Picks taking on the Knights. Thanks for joining us, guys, and we will see you at 7 tomorrow.